What would happen if your super cute robot maid was actually a normal girl? Well, let's find out. You see, Arthur Louis Zetes is the heir to the Zetes Corporation, a very rich company. The only problem is that Arthur is an illegitimate child, and his relatives want him gone. So, they keep trying to assassinate him in super creative ways like this. This. And even this. Arthur manages to survive them all, but he's finally had enough of their BS. And that is where our show begins. Roy, Arthur's butler, brings him the solution to his assassination problem. A robot maid named Marie. Arthur wonders if that's even possible until a clock in his office explodes. Everyone ducks for cover except Marie. She doesn't even flinch. Arthur thinks this is perfect. He can't trust people, but he can trust a robot. One problem with that: Marie isn't a robot at all. She's a human girl who can't show emotions on her face, and Roy has her posing as a robot. In exchange, Marie's parents get taken care of, and she gets to go to school. This arrangement is very weird, and it's about to get a whole lot weirder. Because Arthur is a robot simp, and he immediately develops a huge crush on Marie. Okay, yeah, I just know this is gonna be hilarious. They go to school together, and Marie finds out that Arthur is an exceptional student. He plans to be an excellent heir. But that's when two boys start picking on Marie for not showing any emotions on her face until Arthur scares them off. He then tells Marie that her lack of expression is actually cute, and it looks like the crush may not be one-sided anymore. When they get home, Marie meets Arthur's older stepbrother, Maynard. Although the two seem friendly, Maynard has made the most assassination attempts on Arthur. Maynard is super jealous of Arthur and needs him dead. Marie makes sure to scare him off, though. And after that, Arthur has a weird request for Marie. He wants to rest his head on her lap. You see, to everyone else, Arthur is a super locked-in badass. But in reality, he's just a boy. And he feels safe sharing that side with Marie because he thinks she's a robot. The next day, Arthur gets picked up for his daily activities, but it was a decoy car. Turns out, Maynard kidnapped Arthur so that he could finally end him. Marie isn't about to let that happen though, and she chases down the car on foot. You see, she's a martial arts champion and a physical specimen. She might as well be a robot. Maynard and his goons shake Marie off though, and are about to end Arthur, until he reveals he's recorded the whole thing, and it'll be posted if Arthur dies. So, Maynard runs away, but his goons decide to finish the job. Uh-oh. Marie shows up in the nick of time though and saves Arthur. Unfortunately, The house is set on fire, and the only way out is through a window. So, Marie convinces Arthur to escape, saying she'll be fine.
焼け跡からどうか見つけてください。必ず再起動してご主人様にお仕えします。
But she won't. She's a human after all. Marie accepts her death and passes out, only to wake back up in Arthur's mansion. Turned out, Arthur called Roy and they managed to save her. Everyone is happy now. Kinda. Arthur has fallen head over heels for Marie, but thinks it's useless since she's a robot. And Marie also likes Arthur, but she's lying to him about being a robot. Okay, this is gonna be spicy. The next episode starts with Arthur hosting a party for a bunch of rich people. It's something his dad entrusted him with. There, he meets his uncle and aunt, Carl Rusty and Charlotte Rusty. They're two people in the family who actually care about Arthur. Nice to know someone likes him. Anyway, Marie goes about her day being the perfect maid, handling the party and taking out intruders. Later, Arthur rests his head in her lap before trying to kiss her. But she walks away, saying she needs to focus on the party. And it looks like Aunt Rusty is onto her. Anyway, Marie ran off because she was super flustered, and she gets her mind off of it by taking down another assassin. It almost ruins the party,
私のせいでめちゃくちゃになってしまった。
but Arthur explains what happened, and all the guests cheer for Marie. After the party is over, Arthur has Marie wear a super cute dress, and then he kisses her forehead. Marie immediately runs away. If she was flustered before, she's straight up gonna explode now. The next day, Arthur seems suspicious, and he spends all day randomly checking in on Marie, trying to catch her off guard. Does he suspect she's human?
もよりロボットっぽく振る舞わなければ。次は廊下の窓を掃除します。
Well, Roy thinks so, and he says Marie should leave before Arthur actually finds out. Bam! Just like that? To replace Marie, Roy brings out Marie 2, an actual robot maid, which is basically better at everything than Marie. Marie says goodbye to Roy and is about to head out until Arthur stops her. But before he can ask her to stay, Marie 2 sees Marie as a threat and attacks her. Arthur jumps in and takes a hit for Marie, and that infuriates her. She destroys Marie 2 in one kick, and Arthur asks her to never leave his side. And Marie doesn't want to go anywhere either.
ずっと俺のそばにいてくれ、マリー。
これからもずっとご主人様のそばにいたい。
The next day, Marie 2 returns, but this time as a friend. Marie and Marie 2 will be protecting him as a team. Ooh, methinks a dream duo. The next episode starts with Marie and Marie 2 taking out some assassins. Meanwhile, Roy says Arthur needs to relax for a while. He's spending way too much time on work. Roy suggests spending some time with a girl, so Arthur asks Marie to enter girlfriend mode and go on a date with him.
恋人モードだってあるはずだろ？
いいえ、ありません。
You know, because he thinks that she's a robot. The date goes pretty smoothly. Even though Marie is awkward, she just copies another couple and does her best. And Arthur is loving every second of it. As night falls, Arthur and Marie stop in front of a church. Arthur is about to kiss her.
キス！確かに今は恋人モードだからするのが正解。
until an assassin attacks from the roof of the church. Marie goes after the assassin and tries to fight him, but he's too skilled. Luckily, he doesn't hurt Marie because he says he's fallen in love with her. He then pushes Marie off the roof, and Arthur saves her from falling. The next day, they go to school, where there's a new exchange student, who happens to be the assassin from last night. His name is Noah, and he's working for Maynard. What's more, Noah knows all about Marie's martial arts past, and that she's not a robot.
これがプレゼント。
いいよ。資料集めにかけた僕の時間と愛情、それが君へのプレゼントだよ。
キモ。
That's when Arthur shows up, and he wants Noah to get away from Marie. But Noah has blackmail on Marie, so Marie says she doesn't want Noah to go. Arthur is furious, so he challenges Noah for Marie. This episode single-handedly sets the feminist movement back 50 years. That's when 7 chickens break out of the zoology lab. Don't even ask. And the contest is set. Whoever catches more chickens wins. It begins, and both Noah and Arthur manage to grab 3 chickens each. But while looking for the last one, Marie falls into a pond. And since she can't swim, she's about to drown, until Arthur dives in and saves her. Noah catches the last chicken, but admits defeat. Arthur going after Marie had just too much aura.
勝負を投げてまで女の子を助けるなんて。かっこいいな。
After that, Marie is fine, but Arthur gets sick. Episode 4 kicks off with Arthur still being sick, and that's a big problem. Arthur needs to rest, but he refuses to. He has so many responsibilities, both for his company and his school. So, Roy shows Marie a briefcase. Apparently, the thing inside helps cure Arthur's dad right up.
難病に効くという看病セットだ。ちなみに中は何なのか、私もよく知らない。
So, Marie looks inside and it's a nurse's outfit. Yeah, Arthur's dad is a freak. Anyway, Marie puts on the outfit and tells Arthur he needs to rest, and bro is smitten. Marie nurses him, takes care of some assassins, and it's clear that they're both falling harder for each other by the second. After Arthur gets better, he hosts a party for his school, where a lot of people show up in costumes. Noah's there too, and it's clear he's up to no good. He tricks Arthur into getting him alone and then takes him out with some sleeping injections. Marie tracks him down, and it's time for round 2 between Marie and Noah. Noah has the upper hand for most of the fight, but Marie has been doing even more training. It's closer than last time. Noah manages to pin her down, but she breaks free and takes out the lights. After that, Noah tries to grab her with a rope, but he grabs Marie too instead, who lays the smackdown on him. While Marie too does that, Marie goes and gets a barely conscious Arthur. But when she comes back, she sees that Noah has defeated Marie too. This guy is a monster! But Marie puts the finishing touches on Noah's beatdown before finally admitting the truth. She's in love with Arthur.
私の大好きな人。私はアーサー様のことが好きです。
Dang, took you long enough. The next day at school, Noah shows up with a broken arm, saying he's taking a break from the assassin stuff. He's still into Marie though, and says he's ready to get with her anytime, any place. Yeah, keep dreaming, bud. The next episode starts with Marie having a serious problem. Because she's admitted she's in love with Arthur, now she can't even look at his face. Luckily, Marie too detects love on her sensors. What an insane feature that is. and comes up with a solution. Marie just needs to wear sunglasses.
マリー、DJ モード。アーサー様にノリノリの音楽を提供します。
Unfortunately, Arthur takes the sunglasses off and asks Marie to say, I love you. And, well...
スキニージーンズ。
Yeah. Marie too immediately takes Marie away, saying she's having a malfunction. I think that's pretty accurate. But after a small pep talk from Marie too, Marie goes back to Arthur and says, I love you. She even smiles at him. Damn, girl! Arthur is overcome by emotions, and he hugs Marie. But their moment is ruined by an assassin. Marie destroys him for ruining her moment, and Arthur heads off. He thinks he's hallucinating Marie smiling and having emotions. The next day, Arthur has Marie too do a lot of Marie's usual chores, and Marie is super jealous. She starts acting like a moody partner. Did she forget she's supposed to be a robot?
マリー、少し肩を揉んで。
その作業はマリー2の方が得意です。明日、戻ってきたマリー2にお命じください。
Marie starts giving Arthur hella attitude, but she can't understand why. So she asks Noah, who explains that Marie is jealous. Marie realizes that she's being petty, so she runs to meet Arthur at a park. There, she takes care of an assassin when Marie too shows up and takes out the 17 other ones. Turns out, Arthur was spending more time with her to figure out what improvements to make to her. Arthur then says that Marie will always be her number one, no matter what happens.
これからはもっとわかりやすく特別扱いしようか。ロボットも焼きもちを焼くんだ。超かわいい。
Boy might as well just say he loves her. Next episode starts with Arthur in a bad mood. Why? Because it's his birthday! Normal people love getting gifts on their birthdays, but every gift Arthur has gotten is either a hidden bomb or poison, and he's sick of that. So, after a run-in with Arthur's fan club, because of course he has a fan club, Marie decides she's gonna bake Arthur a cake. Unfortunately, she can't bake to save her life, and creates an absolute abomination of a cake. Noah shows up to annoy her too, but he
いやいや、僕何もやってないから。マリーちゃんが料理下手なだけでしょ。
gets chased off by Marie too. Marie too then accidentally bumps into Marie, kinda ruining the cake she made for Arthur. Well, ruining it further. Marie decides to not give it to Arthur, but when Arthur talks about how rough his day was, Marie just gives him the cake. It sucks, but Arthur doesn't care. It's the thought that counts. Later, Arthur decides to swap roles. He becomes Marie's butler for the evening. He picks her flowers, serves her food, and even fights off an assassin. But Marie can't handle that. She wants to be the one protecting Arthur, and Arthur has no complaints about that.
私に守られるのはお嫌いですか？
いや、俺もマリーに守られるのが大好きだよ。
The next day at school, Marie gets kidnapped by the Robot Lovers Club, who want to dissect her. Freaking pervs. Luckily, Arthur saves Marie, but being in a rather indecent state, Marie pretends to have lost all her memories.
俺のデータだけ消えてしまったらしい。
データが。お前何勝手なことを。
ごめんなさい。
Arthur uses this to get super romantic with Marie, hoping it'll bring her memories back. Marie enjoys the romantic stuff as much as Arthur, and says her memories are back, but that means they have to stop the romantic stuff, even though both of them want to keep it going. Remember, kids, communication is key in relationships. The next episode starts with Arthur and Marie's school, Call Me a High, having its sports day. They're up against their sister school, Perennial High. The schools are merging, and the winning school will get to keep its name. Oh dang, that's high-stakes stuff! During preparations, Marie meets Daryl Blofeld. Daryl is a handsome guy from Perennial High, and he's Arthur's best friend. He asks Marie what competitions Arthur is going to be in, and she tells him. Later, Marie goes to see Arthur in the horse riding competition, and he's killing it. Until Daryl makes some hand signs. That's when someone shoots Arthur's horse with airgun pellets, making him fall. Arthur fakes being okay, but he is injured. Marie asks him what's up, so Arthur explains. You see, Daryl is an illegitimate child, just like him. They bonded over that as kids and became best friends. Unfortunately, though, that was all a lie. Daryl was secretly sabotaging Arthur because he was jealous of him. But Arthur can't bring himself to hate Daryl because he enjoyed the good times they spent together. Marie don't have that issue though. She's furious. Since Arthur is injured, he can't compete in the final piggyback competition. So, with the help of Noah, Marie enters in his place and faces Daryl. Marie is dominating the competition, so Daryl has his goons use the air guns to level the playing field. Why is a romance anime suddenly as hype as Haikyuu? With Daryl's shenanigans, it's down to him and his goons versus Marie and Noah. Daryl's about to beat them up too, but Noah clutches up, and Marie wins the contest for Call Me a High. Arthur then shows up, punches Daryl, and reveals he has proof about Daryl being a cheating bastard. With Daryl exposed, Marie says she knew Arthur was strong enough to overcome his past, but Arthur says Marie is his strength. He has her, so he doesn't need anybody else. Aww. Episode 8 starts with Marie failing her exams. She has makeup exams in 2 days, which she'll need to pass in order to stay at the school. So Arthur says that he'll teach her. Noah says he will help too, since he's in the same class as Marie. While Noah does help her study, he also rage baits the hell out of Arthur, hinting at Marie's hidden past. But Arthur does his best to ignore it. Meanwhile, Marie barely passes the makeup exams, so she gets to stay in school with Arthur. After that, Arthur decides to go on a romantic getaway with Marie. Unfortunately, he has a bunch of uninvited guests. Uncle and Aunt Rusty, their green-haired brat of a daughter Isabel, more on her later, as well as Noah and Maynard. Speaking of Maynard, he sends a huge-ass robot after Arthur. Marie too fights the robot, while Marie takes Arthur to the other side of the island. And that means Marie and Arthur are all alone. And in their swimsuits nonetheless. I see where this is going. They spend some time together, and Marie remembers the hard times she had growing up. It starts raining, so Marie and Arthur end up squished together in a small cave. There, Arthur apologizes for a horrible vacation, where he confesses his love for Marie. That came out of nowhere! Marie wants to say it back, but she has to keep her cover as a robot. So, Marie says that if she was human, she would be in love with Arthur. But before they can kiss, Marie too swoops in and saves them. Read the room, you frickin' robot! The next episode starts on the day of the fall festival, and everyone is excited to see the fireworks. Marie wants to see them with Arthur, but she's gonna be busy with student council stuff. So, Marie tries to become friends with Arthur's fan club. Noah says it won't work, and for once, he's right. All the girls are posh ladies, and Marie's a badass. It's just a bad match. So, after a couple of failed attempts, Marie gives up. The class teacher then says someone broke her vase, and she won't let anyone see the fireworks until she finds out who it was. So, Marie decides to take the blame. After all, she has no one to watch the fireworks with.
友達はもういいの？
いいんです。私が友達と花火を見たいように、皆さんもとても楽しみにしているんです。
Oh, I'm gonna start crying. But Noah isn't having that. He finds the guys who actually broke the vase, whoops them, and makes them take the blame. He then tells Marie to be herself and makes her approach the Arthur fan club again. The leader says they can't be friends, but they can be good rivals, and introduces herself as Bridget. Before the fireworks set off, Arthur shows up too, and Marie gets to watch the fireworks with him after all. Pour one out for Noah though. He's head over heels for Marie.
ノア、ありがとう。
I kind of feel bad for him. Later that night, Roy gathers the rest of the evidence about Marie's past and tells her to destroy it. Unfortunately, the wind blows one of the pages out the window and right in front of Arthur. Marie is in big trouble. The next day, Arthur is super suspicious and tries to see if Marie is a robot. Marie works like a freaking machine though, so that doesn't help him. But when Arthur says that he's happy, Marie smiles, and that's all he needs. He feels her pulse, her heartbeat, and knows the truth. Marie is a human.
俺が好きになったのはロボットメイドじゃなくマリー・エヴァンズ君だったんだね。
However, when he finds out that Roy will send Marie away if her secret is revealed, Arthur decides he won't tell Marie he knows the truth because he wants to be with her all the time. Aww, it's as cute as it is psychotic. Episode 10 starts with Arthur having a serious problem. Now that he knows Marie is a human, he can't even look her in the eyes. His heart starts racing every time he does.
君が人間だと分かったからか。なんだかいつもよりドキドキする。
He tries to avoid all contact with her so he doesn't embarrass himself. But all this does is make Marie think he's avoiding her. So, to make up for that, Arthur says they'll do anything Marie wants. And what does Marie want? To sit in the garden and look at the house with Arthur. The next day, they head over to Uncle Rusty's new amusement park. Uncle Rusty wants everyone's honest opinions about it. There, they meet Uncle and Aunt Rusty, as well as Isabel, who says she's Arthur's fiancé? Huh? Turns out she's actually engaged to Maynard, but she just likes Arthur better.
こいつ絶対人間よ。私の女の勘がそう言ってるもの。アーサーは騙されているのよ。
Anyway, Arthur and Marie spend the day with Isabel, trying their best to enjoy themselves while this brat ruins everything. When Arthur takes a bathroom break, Marie sips on some water, and Isabel sees her. Since Marie doesn't know that Arthur knows she's a human, she's forced to do whatever Isabel says to keep her cover. And that means Marie has to spend the day as her wingman, setting Isabel up with Arthur. As you can imagine, this really upsets Marie.
アーサー様たちと私では住む世界が違う。自分の立場は分かっています。この恋は諦めるべきだと。
That's when Arthur straight up rejects Isabel. and she runs off, crying into the woods. Marie saves her from falling off a cliff and comforts Isabel. Isabel decides that Marie is actually pretty cool, and they become friends. And then they fall off the cliff together. Marie too does save them though, thank God. After that, Arthur confronts Isabel and demands the truth. Turns out, Isabel is actually in love with Maynard, but ever since Arthur showed up, Maynard has been so hell-bent on killing Arthur that she gets no attention from him. This was all a ploy to get Maynard's attention.
だからアーサーの近くにいればまたメイナード様が私のことを見てくれるかもしれないって。
After that, Isabel apologizes and heads off. So things are back to normal. Until Arthur walks in on Marie taking a shower. How the hell does that happen? The next episode picks up right there. Marie gets her towel on and they're both flustered as hell. What's more, an employee accidentally locks them in the bathroom. They're stuck there for the night. Arthur tells Marie to get in the warm tub while he waits outside, but Marie realizes that means Arthur knows she's human.
アーサー様。でも、今人間って。
Why else would he care if she's cold or not? So, Marie asks Arthur how long he's known, but Arthur thinks she's just asking how long it's been since he fell in love with her. This leads to a classic miscommunication case. They both think they're talking about the same thing, but they're actually not. In the end, Marie gets ready to confess she's a human, and Arthur gets ready to confess his love when he suddenly passes out. Turns out, he was given a dose of poison. But he'll be okay. He's resistant to poisons. However, we have a bigger issue on our hands. Arthur has lost all of his memories about spending time with Marie.
ロイ、この人。
何を言っているんですか？マリーですよ。
マリ
No! Maynard was behind this whole thing, of course, and now Marie is heartbroken. Roy thinks this is a good thing. Arthur forgot she was a human, so she can stay here with him forever. Marie agrees to this at first.
ロボットのメイドさんとか。マジすげえ。
デジャブ。
Until she realizes something. Arthur didn't just forget Marie. He forgot all the great times they had together, and how that changed him as a person. He's gone back to the lonely, miserable guy he used to be, and Marie is not having it. So, she tries to get Arthur's memories back by taking him through all the important moments in the show. Their first meeting, their date, the sports day, the fireworks, but nothing seems to work. The only way to get Arthur's memories back is the antidote for the poison. One problem with that, Maynard has it. So Marie goes undercover in Maynard's mansion as one of his butlers. She's gonna get that dang antidote. And after she does, she's gonna leave Arthur. She's done telling lies. Damn. The last episode kicks off with Marie making her way around Maynard's mansion looking for the antidote. Noah's there too, and he immediately recognizes Marie. He then starts messing with Marie, telling her to make up locations for the antidote. In reality though, Noah doesn't want her to find the antidote because he's got feelings for her. Bro is still smitten. Marie's search takes her into Maynard's obsession room. And,
だからやめろって言ったのに。
Yeah, Maynard's lost his mind. That's when Maynard and his guards show up. Marie's cover has been blown. What's more, Maynard says he only bought the poison. He doesn't have the antidote, and that crushes Marie. Poor girl. Seeing this, Noah says screw it. Turns out he has an antidote and he gives it to Marie. Marie takes the antidote, smacks Maynard in the face, and tries to run for it. Maynard tries to stop her, only to get ambushed by Isabel. Isabel finally confesses her feelings for Maynard and calls him an idiot for not paying more attention to her. Word? Meanwhile, Noah helps Marie escape the mansion, as does Marie too. Marie too just slays! After that, Marie makes it home and Roy tells her to give Arthur the antidote, even though he knows it'll tear them apart. So, Marie tells Arthur about the antidote, but he won't take it. Arthur says he has a feeling Marie will disappear if he takes the antidote, and he does not want that. So, Marie does the logical thing. She puts the antidote in her mouth and kisses Arthur, forcing the antidote into him. After that, Arthur gets his memories back, and Marie says goodbye, starting to run away. After all, she spent all this time lying to Arthur. She doesn't deserve to be with him. But Arthur runs after her and says that all of Marie's lies were kind ones. He doesn't want her to go. In fact, he loves her and wants her to stay. Marie breaks into tears, and the two share a very long overdue hug. Finally! I think I would have died if they didn't get together. Time flies by, and suddenly Arthur and Marie are getting married. Everyone is there, including Maynard and Noah. Arthur even gives up being the heir of the company to Maynard. He chooses love instead. After that, Marie and Arthur make a grand entrance to their wedding. And they meet Arthur's dad. He says Arthur is one lucky man. Amen, brother. And the two share a kiss. Oh, I could cry. After that, life goes back to normal. Marie and Arthur are a happy couple, and everything is good. Maynard still sends some assassins every now and then, but Marie doesn't seem to mind. After all, she does love handing out ass whoopings. That was as funny as it was beautiful. I really didn't expect this one to be so good. And if you enjoyed this, you should definitely click the other video that's here on screen as well. And anyway, peace!